Good morning, everyone. Here I am with the very first video of the sixth chapter of Civics, that is local self-government in urban areas, from Integrated Social Science, class 6, Ratnasagar. So basically in this chapter, what we are going to study? We are going to study about the self-government, okay? The local self-government in urban areas. Okay, so local self-government. The concept of local self-government emerges from man's basic urge for liberty, the power to make decisions, and to uplift the society as per the needs of respective communities. And local self-government are those bodies, local self-governments are those bodies that look after the administration of an area or a small community, such as a village, a town, or a city. And in this particular chapter, we are going to study about the local self-governments in urban areas. The local self-government operates at the lowest level of society. It works at the grassroots level, close to the people, touching their everyday life. So, what does the word urban area means? What is an urban area? So, an urban area is the region surrounding a city. Most inhabitants of urban areas have non-agricultural jobs. Urban areas are very developed, meaning there is a density of human structures such as houses, commercial buildings, roads, bridges, and railways. Urban area can refer to towns, cities, and suburbs. And that is what we are going to discuss today about the local self-government in urban areas. Before starting the chapter, let us move on to the contents that this chapter consists of. So these are the following contents which we are going to discuss in the chapter. In the very first one, it is written Introduction to Local Self-Government in Urban Areas. We'll be discussing about why there is an emergency or there is an urgency of local self-government in urban areas. Okay. And then we'll move on to the bodies of the local bodies, the local self-government, okay, governments like Nagar Panchayat, municipality and municipal corporations and their compositions. Then we'll head on to the committees. These are those committees which are actually established to help, okay, to help in the day-to-day work of the municipalities and the municipal corporations. Then we will move on to the functions of municipal corporations. However, the functions are quite similar, okay, and then we'll turn on to sources of income. From where does they get the income? Okay, from where does they get their funds? Okay, for carrying out their duties. And then we'll move on to solid waste management. It is basically related to the responsibility for regular collection and disposal of waste, how it is done, okay, and the process, the measures taken for it. Other than that, at last we'll be dealing with the supervision of local bodies, in which we will see that the municipalities as well as the municipal corporations, they function under the supervision of the state governments, okay, and state governments have made some committees or commissions, okay, which actually run and checks the things whatever is going on in the municipalities and municipal corporations. Okay, if the government is not satisfied with the way local bodies work, they can take action against them, and for this they needs to supervise the local bodies. Okay, so let us start the chapter. So kids, we all know that the city life and the village life are quite different from each other, isn't it? The way people live in the rural areas are quite different from the people living in the urban areas. The cities are more populated than the villages. As a result, those who have to look after the management of the cities have to make adequate provisions for drinking water, electricity, transport, healthcare centers, as well as hospitals and etc. In addition to above, there are big markets, meals, and production areas in the cities. More and more people are migrating from rural to urban areas, making cities overcrowded, and this leads to greater strain on the provision of the civic amenities or needs. The responsibility of providing the amenities and their maintenance is entrusted to the urban self-governing bodies, and it would be useful to study how these bodies are composed as well as how they perform their various functions. Let me tell you one thing. The 74th Amendment Act of 1992, the 74th Amendment Act of 1992 has provided the above three types of urban local bodies. They are Nagar Panchayat, municipality and municipal corporations. Let me tell you, these three forms of urban local bodies are somehow, they exist depending upon these two factors, the size of the city and the nature and the extent of civic amenities. Okay, there are different local bodies, urban local bodies, and that depends on the size of that particular city as well as the nature and the necessity of the civic functions or civic amenities. Okay, civic needs, normal, the social needs of the people living in that particular area or city. So Nagar Panchayats are for semi-urban areas, okay, which are gradually developing into cities. When it comes to municipalities, municipalities are basically for cities with population between 20,000 to 10 lakhs. Basically, it is for the smaller urban areas. It is also known as municipal council, Nagar Parishad, as well as municipal committee. If we move on to municipal corporations, these municipal corporations are for larger cities, for big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, etc., where the population is more than 10 lakhs. And as I've already told, that these forms of urban local bodies exist depending upon the size of the city as well as the nature and extent of the civic functions. So I have tried to put these urban local bodies into a common section where we can easily see what is the difference between them, how they run, what are they composed, how they are composed, and what are the other things related to it in the form of table. Let us move ahead and see whatever is there. So as you can see here, I have tried to sum up all those things related to the local bodies on in same platform. So let us see what I have written. As I have already said, the municipality is also known as municipal committee or municipal council, as well as it is also known as Nagar Parishad. We have discussed that Nagar Panchayats are for transitional areas. Transitional areas, what do we mean by transitional areas? It is semi-urban areas. Okay, basically let me show you what it actually means. So the transitional area basically means the area that is changing from the rural to an urban type. Okay, moving back to the table, come to the composition. So the tenure, the term of each office, each local bodies is for 5 years. Okay, and moving on to the members of these particular urban local bodies. And let me tell you, when it comes to Nagar Panchayat, every state decides for itself the minimum population required for setting up a Nagar Panchayat. Okay, and therefore this number varies from state to state. Okay, the number of Nagar Panchayats or the population, it varies from state to state, and the number of members of the Nagar Panchayats also depends upon the population of that particular area. If it comes to the members in a Nagar Panchayat, so Nagar Panchayat has elected, nominated and ex officio members. Okay, elected members are elected from the wards. Okay, the area, wards are the area, okay, which is divided into as many wards as the number of members to be elected from the area. Okay, So elected members are elected from wards. As we have already discussed that the term of a Nagar Panchayat is for 5 years, but it can be dissolved. Okay, and on which ground it can be dissolved? A Nagar Panchayat can be dissolved only if, okay, it can be dissolved earlier if it is incompetent, okay, and if it abuses its authority, okay, if it misuses its authority, then it can be dissolved. And it is the duty of the Nagar Panchayat to look after water supply, drainage, cleaning of streets, sanitation, management of fairs, etc. Okay. Moving on to the municipality. If you move on to municipality, let me tell you that all citizens of India who are 18 years of age and above can vote in municipal elections. Okay. They can vote in municipal elections, and the candidate who wish to contest the election should attain 21 years of age and above, and the city is divided into number of wards. Okay, and here also the population of a town or city determines the number of members, as we have already seen that in Nagar Panchayat also the number of members of the Nagar Panchayat depends upon the population of the area. Okay, and in municipalities also so as you can see here, who are the members? A chairperson is there who presides over the meeting of the municipalities. The head of the municipality is a commissioner, is known as a commissioner or president. A vice chairperson is also there who takes charge in absence of the head. There are reserved seats for SC and ST. We have already discussed in previous chapter that SC means scheduled caste and ST means scheduled tribes. And 1/3 of the seats are reserved for women. Let me tell you, when it comes to elected members, okay, as we have already seen, we have elected, nominated as well as ex officio members here. Okay, in Nagar Panchayat, here we have elected and nominated one. Okay, when it comes to elected, so the members of state legislatures, that is Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, those who are called MLAs, member of legislative assemblies, and member of parliament, that is from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, okay, elected from the area, from the particular area, also forms the part of municipal council or the municipalities. And some members are nominated. Okay, the members, those who are nominated, are from areas. They must be having knowledge and experience of municipal administration. Okay, and let me tell you, the municipality can also be dissolved earlier. Okay, can also get dissolved earlier, and on what grounds? It is already written: on grounds of ill functioning, if it is not functioning well, if it is ineffective in its functions. Okay, and there is one thing: new members should be elected within 6 months, okay, to complete the term. Suppose what happens if it dissolves before 5-year term? Okay, in the very third year it dissolves because of the incompetency or ill functioning of the members of municipality. What will happen? New members have to be elected. Okay, they have to elect new members within 6 months to complete the term of this municipal council or the municipal committee. Okay, moving on to municipal corporations, as we have already studied that they are set up for larger cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, means cities having population more than 10 lakhs. Okay, and let me tell you one thing, that here also all adult citizens can vote. Okay, and anyone above the age of 21 can contest the elections as well. Okay, and here too the number of seats depend upon the size of the population. As you can see that there is a similarity when it comes to the elections or the number of seats. The number of seats somehow depends on upon the size of the particular region or the size of the population found in that particular area. Okay, whether it is transitional, suburban, whether it is a small urban area, or it is a large city. Okay, and this has elected members. The municipal corporation has elected members. These elect a head. Okay, these elected members elect a head who is called Mahapaur or mayor. Okay, and there is a deputy mayor as well. He is also elected to take charge in absence of the mayor. And the members also elect some experienced and respectable people of the city. Okay, they also elect a person with experience and a respectable person of the city. Okay, and to the corporation, they are known as aldermen. What they are known as? Aldermen. Who are aldermen? These people are the experienced and respectable people of the city who are elected by the elected members to the corporations. Okay, and here also in municipal corporations also some seats are reserved. Okay, for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, as well as 1/3 seats are reserved for women. When it comes to elected members, as you can see here, it is written that members of state legislative assemblies, that is the from Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, and members of parliament, that is MPs from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, elected from the area, also form a part of the municipal corporation. Okay, some seats may be filled by the nominated members as well, as you have already seen in municipalities. Some members are nominated because they have the knowledge and experience of municipal administration. Here also some members are nominated from the areas having knowledge and experience of municipal administration. The municipal corporation has a chief executive officer as well. Okay, let us see what is his function, what he actually does. Okay, as you can see here, the chief executive officer, as we have already discussed, that the municipal corporation has a chief executive officer. Okay, this chief executive officer is also known as municipal commissioner, and he is appointed by the state government. Okay, he is not appointed by the municipal corporation, the members of the municipal corporation. He is appointed directly by the state government. He or she sees the decisions made by the corporations. Okay, he or she checks the decision that has been taken by the corporations that they have executed till okay, during their term. The chief executive officer acts as a link between, okay, he or she acts as a link between state government and the municipal corporation. Various officers, such as those in charge of departments of health, education, engineering, sanitation, help him or her in this work. Okay, and the municipal commissioner coordinates their work and has the power to appoint lower level officers as well. Okay, the chief executive officer has the power to appoint lower level officers. Okay, lower level employees. Moving back to the table, we have already discussed that municipal corporations is elected for the term of 5 years, and it can also be dissolved. Okay, it can be dissolved earlier if it does not function according to the rules laid down or is not able to function effectively. Okay, it can also be dissolved earlier on the grounds of ill functioning, if it is not functioning well, if it is misusing its powers. Okay, then it will be dissolved earlier. It can be dissolved earlier, and in such case what happens again, new members are elected within 6 months to complete the term. Okay, this is all for today. As I have already told that we'll be discussing about the three urban local bodies only, in which we have seen that why it is necessary to develop to have a local self government in urban areas as well. What are the reasons? Okay, and the factors upon which these forms exist, as we have already seen, upon the size of the city and the nature and the extent of the civic functions. And we have also seen that nagar panchayats are established for the transitional area, for the suburban area. Okay, and the municipalities or the municipal council or nagar parishad or municipal committee is set up for smaller urban areas having the population between 20,000 to 10 lakh, and municipal corporations are set up for big cities, larger cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, basically where the population is more than 20 lakhs. And we have also seen how they are composed of. All of them are having a term of 5 years, and they can be dissolved earlier if they are not functioning well in such situation only. And in municipalities and municipal corporations, in such a situation when it is dissolved earlier, it is very necessary to elect new members to complete within 6 months to complete the term. Okay, and we've also seen the different heads of these particular bodies. That is all for today. In the very next class, we'll be discussing about the committees, the functions of municipalities and municipal corporations, as well as the source of income. With this, I call it a day. Have a nice day.